guys, welcome to the Codex Club. It's Andrea's, well, wow, I usually say that differently. Good morning guys, how are you? I'm Andrea from the Codex Club. Welcome to my YouTube. This is Penny, and I've been doing these daily videos, and I want to do them for a year. Today is a record because I have missed 2 days in a row for the first time. I know, I'm really sad about it. I was really sick this weekend, and I truly just needed the downtime to rest. So thank you for bearing with me, and I'm going to make it up today. I'm going to do 3 passages. And it's not an April Fool's joke. It's happening. So yeah, I'm going to read, I believe it is, what is it? Can you help me? Thank you. Thank you. She's touching the pages for me. So good, Penny. Yes. All right, so I'm going to read March 31st, then April 2nd, then April 3rd. If you haven't liked and subscribed, please do, so you can keep up with all the daily updates. And I'm so happy that you're here and you're watching. All right, so let's see, March 31st. The wind was contrary, Matthew 14:24. Rude and blustering the winds of March often are. Do they not typify the tempestuous seasons of my life? Ooh. Wait, I did read that. I'm so crazy today. Sorry. So I'm going to read April 1st, April 2nd, April 3rd. Wow, the days really have flown by. Sheesh. Thank you for bearing with me. Thank you for the patience. I'm on the struggle bus. All right, April 1st. Though he slay me, yet will I trust in him. Job 13:15. And you get a second verse for the day. For I know whom I have believed. 2 Timothy 1:12. I will not doubt, though all my ships at sea come drifting home with broken masts and sails. I will believe the hand which never fails from seeing evil worketh good for me. And though I weep because those sails are tattered, still will I cry while my best hopes lie shattered. I trust in thee. I will not doubt, though all my prayers return unanswered from the still white realm above. I will believe it is an all-wise love which has refused these things for which I yearn. And though at times I cannot keep them from grieving, or I cannot keep from grieving, yet the pure ardor of my fixed believing undimmed shall burn. I will not doubt, though sorrows fall like rain, and troubles... Wow, I lost my place. And troubles swarm like bees about a hive. I will believe the heights for which I strive are only reached by anguish and by pain. And though I groan and writhe beneath my crosses, I yet shall see my severest losses the greater gain. I will not doubt, well anchored in this faith, like some staunch ship my soul braves every gale, so strong its courage that it will not quail. To breast the mighty unknown sea of death, oh, may I cry, though body parts with spirit. I do not doubt, so listening worlds may hear it with my last breath. I wish all poems and stories ended with my last breath, because it's so it's just, there's this finality, and on that note. Okay, in fierce storms, said an old seaman, we must do one thing. There's only one way. We must put our ship in a certain position and keep her there. This, Christian, is what you must do. Sometimes, like Paul, you can see neither sun nor stars, and no small tempest lies on you, and then you can do but one thing. There is only one way. Reason cannot help you. Past experiences give you no light. Even prayer fetches no consolation. Only a single course is left. You must put your soul in one position and keep it there. You must stay upon the Lord, and come what may, winds, waves, cross seas, thunder, lightning, frowning rocks, roaring breakers, no matter what, you must lash yourself to the helm and hold fast your confidence in God's faithfulness, his covenant engagement, his everlasting love in Christ Jesus. And that's by Richard Fuller. All right, going right into April 2nd, although the image of a ship bearing the course, staying steady. Isn't that beautiful? Yeah. Sometimes when I'm sick, I feel that I need to do that too. Just kind of like get through it, trust that it will be over soon. Oh, but in the midst of it, it's really hard to remember that, and it doesn't take away the pain or anything. So, yeah. Anyway, April 2nd. They looked, and behold, the glory of the Lord appeared in the cloud. Exodus 16:10. Get in the habit of looking for the silver lining of the cloud, and when you have found it, continue to look at it, rather than at the leaden gray in the middle. Do not yield to disappointment, no matter how sorely pressed or beset you may be. A discouraged soul is helpless. He can neither resist the wiles of the enemy himself while in this state, nor can he prevail in prayer for others. Flee from every symptom of this deadly sickness, deadly foe, wow, as you would flee from a viper. Oh, and be not slow in turning your back on it, unless you want to bite the dust in bitter defeat. Penny! Penny! Oh my gosh. Oh, honey. Sorry, guys. Short break. Hi, hon. I'm sorry. Oh, real tears. Real tears. Oh, honey. I love you. Hey, look at this. Look, this is my first 1, 2, 3 book. Do you like this book? You like this one? This is 1 bunny, 2 bees, 3 flowers. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Oh, 4 bears. What does a bear say? Roar! Roar! Yeah. And there are 5 frogs. The frogs say, ribbit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6 bees here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7 flowers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8 bunnies hopping. I'm sorry, honey. I'm sorry you hurt yourself. Why don't you sit in my lap? And I'll read this one to you. This big book. I was almost done with April 2nd. And that's a nice day. Your aunt was born April 1st. So this marks the first day of her 29th year. All right, look at this. Be not slow in turning your back, unless you want to bite the dust in bitter defeat. Search out God's promises and say aloud to one another, of each one, this promise is mine. If you still experience a feeling of doubt and discouragement, pour out your heart to God and ask Him to rebuke the adversary who is so mercilessly nagging you. The very instant you wholeheartedly... Yes, you have it. You got it. Oh, I see a red mark. The very instant you wholeheartedly turn away from every symptom of distrust and discouragement, the Holy Spirit will quicken your faith and then breathe divine strength into your soul. At first, you may not be conscious of this. Still, you resolutely and uncompromisingly snub every tendency toward doubt and depression that assails you. You will soon be made aware that the powers of darkness are falling back. Oh, if our eyes could only behold the solid phalanx of strength, of power, that is ever behind every turning away from the hosts of darkness. Godward, what scant heed would be given to the effort of the wily foe to distress, depress, discourage us? Yeah? Distress, depress, discourage. Isn't that funny? Good baby. All the marvelous attributes of the Godhead are on the side of the weakest believer, who in the name of Christ and in simple childlike trust yields himself to God and turns to Him for help and guidance. On a day in the autumn, I saw a prairie eagle mortally wounded by a rifle shot. His eyes still gleamed like a circle of light. Then he slowly turned his head and gave one more searching and longing look at the sky. He had often swept those starry spaces with his wonderful wings. The beautiful sky was the home of his heart. It was the eagle's domain. 1,000 times he had exploited his splendid strength. In those faraway heights, he had played with the lightning and raced with the winds, and now, so far away from home, the eagle lay dying, done to the death, because for once he forgot and he flew too low. The soul is that eagle. This is not its home. It must not lose the skyward look. We must keep faith. We must keep hope. We must keep courage. We must keep Christ. We would better creep away from the battlefield at once if we are not going to be brave. There's no time for the soul to stampede. Keep the skyward look, my soul. Keep the skyward look. Keep looking up. The waves that roar around thy feet, Jehovah-Jireh will defeat. When looking up, keep looking up. Through darkness seems to wrap thy soul, though the light of light shall fill thy soul when looking up. Keep looking up. When worn distracted with the fight, your captain gives you conquering might when you look up. We can never see the sunrise by looking into the west. Japanese proverb. I like that. All right, last one. April 3rd, glorify ye the Lord in the fires. Isaiah 24:15. Mark the little word in. We are to honor him in the trial, in that which is an affliction indeed. And though there have been cases where God did not let his saints feel the fire, yet ordinarily. Penny, can I show you this backpack? Eva left this backpack here for you. Do you want to open it? There's some treasures in here. His saints feel the fire, yet ordinarily fire hurts. But just here we are to glorify him by our perfect faith in his goodness and love that has permitted all of this to come upon us. And more than that, we are to believe that out of this is coming something more for his praise than could have come but for this fiery trial. We can only go through some fires with a large faith. Little faith will fail. We must have the victory in the furnace. Margaret Bottom. A man has as much religion as he can show in times of trouble. The men who were cast into the fiery furnace came out as they went in, except their bonds. How often in some furnace of affliction God strikes them off. Their bodies were unhurt, their skin not even blistered, their hair was unsinged, their garments not scorched, and even the smell of fire had not passed upon them. And that is the way Christians should come out of furnace trials, liberated from their bonds but untouched by the flames, triumphing over them in it. Colossians 2:15. That is the real triumph. Triumphing over sickness, in it. Triumphing over death, dying. Triumphing over adverse circumstances, in them. Oh, believe me, there is a power that can make us victors in the strife. There are heights to be reached when we can look down and over the way we have come and sing our song of triumph on the side of heaven. We can make others regard us as rich while we are poor, and make many rich in our poverty. Our triumph is to be in it. Christ's triumph was in his humiliation. Possibly our triumph also is to be made manifest in what seems to be others' humiliation. Margaret Bottom. Is there not something captivating in the sight of a man or a woman burdened with many tribulations and yet carrying a heart as sound as a bell? Is there not something contagiously valorous in the vision of one who is greatly tempted but is more than conqueror? Is it not heartening to see some pilgrim who is broken in body but who retains the splendor of an unbroken patience? What a witness all this offers to the endowment of his grace. xFGHY. When each earthly prop gives under, and life seems a restless sea, are you then a God-kept wonder, satisfied and calm and free? Yes, in the fire, let us remember that all that is going to be affected is that we are free again. Yeah. All right, it doesn't make sense, but we won't be singed. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow. Can you say bye, Penny?